What is up, guys? It is Awesome Sports 13 here, and today I'm on a call with Monster Jam Dallas, Myth Gamer, Blake Wilkins, and Curry Gaming.
What's good? What up?
And today I'm here with the event for Monster Jam Sign-Up Series number 28. So there are a total of 60 trucks. There are no debuting trucks at all. It's just a normal sign-up series. And yeah, we'll kick things off with the Black World Finals Max D taking on the Elemental Trucks Bakugan Dragonoid. And we'll just go down from there. If you guys are wondering why this is a better quality video than my other ones, it's because I'm filming on an iPhone 11 instead of an iPhone 6. And yeah, we got some pretty good round one matches. Kick off round number one, and we'll end off round number one with Calavera taking on Batman. So let's get round number one underway. So sign-up series number 28 is underway. And the first winner is going to be the Elemental Trucks Bakugan Dragonoid, getting the win over the Black World Finals Max D. Next up, we have Pirate's Curse taking on Stinger Unleashed. And Stinger Unleashed will take the win over Pirate's Curse. Next up, we've got the Sheer Madness Gravedigger taking on the Galaxy's Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And the Galaxy's Monster Mutt Dalmatian will take the win over the Sheer Madness Gravedigger. Next up, we got the World Final 16 Bounty Hunter taking on Full Charge. And the World Final 16 Bounty Hunter will take the win over Full Charge. Next up, we have Scooby-Doo taking on Maximum Destruction. And early start for Scooby-Doo. I think that'll cost him. Let's go up and let's look down the line. And yes, Maximum Destruction will get the win over Scooby-Doo. Next up, we have Soldier Fortune taking on the Elemental Trucks Gravedigger. Sorry for my words there. And Soldier Fortune will get the win over the Elemental Trucks Gravedigger with a block. Next up, we have Megalodon taking on the Yellow El Toro Loco. And the Yellow El Toro Loco will take the win over Megalodon. Next up, we have the Black El Toro Loco taking on the Green Gravedigger. And the Green Gravedigger will take the win over the Black El Toro Loco. Next up, we have Brodozer taking on Monster Mutt Husky. And Monster Mutt Husky will take the win over Brodozer. Next up, we've got the Hyperfield Gravedigger taking on the Max Contrast Dragon. And the Max Contrast Dragon will take the win over the Hyperfield Gravedigger. Next up, we got the Darkest Neo Bakugan Dragonoid taking on Monster Mutt Rottweiler. And Monster Mutt Rottweiler will take the win over the Darkest Neo Bakugan Dragonoid. Next up, we got Lumberjack taking on the World Finals 20 Avenger. And, ooh, really good race. And Lumberjack will take the win over the World Finals 20 Avenger. Next up, we got Whiplash the Gears Whiplash, taking on the Red Primer Gravedigger. And the Red Primer Gravedigger will take the win over the Gears Whiplash with a block. Next up, we got Salvager taking on Wildflower. And Wildflower will take the win over Salvager. Next up, we got Earthshaker taking on the Elemental Trucks Hurricane Force. And the Elemental Trucks Hurricane Force will get the win after Earthshaker tried to block him, but failed. Next up, we got Storm Damage taking on the Boneyard Gravedigger. And the Boneyard Gravedigger will hit the wall first, so therefore he'll take the win. Next up, we got the See-Through Crew Max D taking on the Boneyard Son of a Digger. And the See-Through Crew Max D will take the win over the Boneyard Son of a Digger. Next up, we got Stone Crusher taking on Octonator. And Stone Crusher will take the win over Octonator. Wow, what a race. Next up, we got Monster Mutt taking on Son of a Digger. And Monster Mutt will take the win over Son of a Digger. Next up, we got Bad News Travels Fast taking on Double Decker. And Double Decker will take the win over Bad News Travels Fast. Next up, we got the Grey Clips Mohawk Warrior taking on Raisin Cane. And the Grey Clips Mohawk Warrior will take the win over Raisin Cane. Next up, we have Kraken taking on the Overcast Gravedigger. And, oh, what a race. This is really close. We'll go from straight down. And Kraken will take the win over the Overcast Gravedigger. Next up, we have Ice Cream Man taking on Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And Monster Mutt Dalmatian will take the win over Ice Cream Man. Next up, we have the Boneyard Grey Clips Mohawk Warrior taking on Bulldozer. And Bulldozer will take the win over the Grey Clips Mohawk Warrior. Boneyard. Next up, we have the Overcast Zombie taking on Queen Bee. And, oh, wow. Overcast Zombie fell off the ramp, and that'll give the win to Queen Bee. Next up, we've got the Max Contrast Megalodon taking on the Galaxy's Dragon. And, ooh, what a race. And the Max Contrast Megalodon will take the win over the Galaxy's Dragon. Next up, we have the Burn Victim Zombie taking on Jester. And the Boneyard Zombie will take the win over Jester. Next up, we have Saigon Shaker taking on the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior Gears. And the Gears Mohawk Warrior will hit the line first, so therefore he'll take the win. Next up, we have the 2001 Retro Rebels El Toro Loco taking on the Elemental Truck Zombie.
Most unbearable person.
And the Elemental Truck Zombie will hit the wall first, so therefore he'll take the win. And the final race of round number 1 is going to feature Calavera taking on Batman. And Calavera will take the win over Batman. Alright guys, and here are our matchups for round number 2. We will kick things off with the Elemental Trucks Bakugan Dragonoid taking on Stinger Unleashed. And we'll work our way down.
Yeah, I was just the most unbearable person in the world.
And yeah.
No.
And we'll end off round number 2 with the 2001 Retro Rebels El Toro Loco taking on Calavera. So let's get round number 2 underway. So round number 2 is underway. And the first winner is going to be Stinger Unleashed, taking the win over the Elemental Trucks Bakugan Dragonoid. Next up, we have the Galaxy's Monster Mutt Dalmatian taking on the World Final 16 Bounty Hunter. And the Galaxy's Monster Mutt Dalmatian will take the win over the World Final 16 Bounty Hunter. Next up, we have Maximum Destruction taking on Soldier Fortune. And Maximum Destruction will take the win over Soldier Fortune. Next up, we have the Yellow El Toro Loco taking on the Green Gravedigger. And the Green Gravedigger, I believe, will take the win over the Yellow El Toro Loco, and yes, he will. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Husky taking on the Max Contrast Dragon. And Monster Mutt Husky will take the win over the Max Contrast Dragon. Next up, we have the Monster Mutt Rottweiler taking on Lumberjack. And Monster Mutt Rottweiler will take the win over Lumberjack. Next up, we have the Red Primer Gravedigger taking on Wildflower. And Wildflower will take the win over the Red Primer Gravedigger. Next up, we have the Elemental Trucks Hurricane Force taking on the Boneyard Gravedigger. And the Elemental Trucks Hurricane Force will take the win over the Boneyard Gravedigger. Wow, what an epic finish. Next up, we have the See-Through Crew Max D taking on Stone Crusher. And the See-Through Crew Max D will take the win over Stone Crusher. Next up, we have Monster Mutt taking on Double Decker. And Monster Mutt will take the win over Double Decker. Next up, we have the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior taking on Kraken. And Kraken will spin out the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior for the win. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Dalmatian taking on Bulldozer. And Monster Mutt Dalmatian will hit the line first, so therefore he'll take the win over Bulldozer. Next up, we have Queen Bee taking on the Max Contrast Megalodon. And Queen Bee will block the Max Contrast Megalodon for the win. Next up, we have the Burn Victim Zombie taking on the Gears Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. And the Gears Great Clips Mohawk Warrior will hit the line first, so therefore he'll take the win. The final race of round number 2 is going to feature the 2001 Retro Rebels El Toro Loco taking on Calavera. And Calavera will take the win over El Toro Loco Retro Rebels 2001. Watch out for Calavera. Alright guys, and here are our matchups for round number 3, but we will need a fast loser. So here's the fast loser race. Max Contrast Megalodon taking on the Burn Victim Zombie. And the Max Contrast Megalodon, I believe, got the win. And he did, getting the win over the Burn Victim Zombie. And just like that, he is back in this series. Alright guys, and here are our matchups for round number 3. And we're about to find out right now who is going to the quarterfinals. So who is going to the quarterfinals of sign-up series number 28? And Stinger Unleashed will take the win over the Galaxy's Monster Mutt Dalmatian, so he is going to the quarterfinals. Next up, we have Maximum Destruction taking on the Green Gravedigger. And the Green Gravedigger will move on to the quarterfinals as he defeats Maximum Destruction. And next up, we have a 2022 double pack battle between the Monster Mutt Husky and Monster Mutt Rottweiler. And Monster Mutt Rottweiler will take the win over Monster Mutt Husky as he will advance to the quarterfinals. Next up, we have Wildflower taking on the Elemental Trucks Hurricane Force. And Wildflower will take the win over the Elemental Trucks Hurricane Force. Next up, we have See-Through Crew Max D taking on Monster Mutt. And that is a really close race. Let's see who got it. Oh, and as you guys can tell right there, just barely, the See-Through Crew Max D will take the win over Monster Mutt as he will move on to the quarterfinals. Next up, we have Kraken taking on Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And Monster Mutt Dalmatian will take the win over Kraken. Next up, we have Queen Bee taking on the Gears Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Sorry about how long I took. And the Gears Mohawk Warrior will take the win over Queen Bee. And the final race of round number 3 is going to feature Calavera taking on the Fast Loser Truck Max Contrast Megalodon. And Calavera will take the win over the Max Contrast Megalodon. Alright guys, and here's our quarterfinals for sign-up series number 28. So, inside of Stinger, we have One Bad Ghoul Rhinomite 2008. Inside of the Green Gravedigger, we have Anthony Yost. Inside of the Monster Mutt Rottweiler, we have Weston Racing. Inside of Wildflower, we have hashtag DDM. Inside of the See-Through Crew Max D, we have Monster Jam Rolando, who is trying to go back-to-back. Not the truck, but the driver is trying to go back-to-back. Inside of Monster Mutt Dalmatian, we have the Cameron 9785. Inside of the Gears Mohawk Warrior, we have Blakester Miniman. And inside of Calavera, we have Adam the Ultra Savage. So, who is going to the semifinals? And who is going to the semifinals? And Stinger Unleashed will hit the wall first. I'll even show you. And he will hit the wall first. Hello. And he will take the win over the Green Gravedigger. Now, who will Stinger take on in the semifinals? It will be Wildflower. Next up, we have the See-Through Crew Max D taking on Monster Mutt Dalmatian. But here's the main question. Can Monster Jam Rolando keep his doubleheader alive? No, he will not, as he will lose to Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And the final race of the semis is going to feature the Gears Mohawk Warrior and Calavera. And Calavera will hit the wall first as he will take the win over the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior Gears. Alright guys, and here's our semifinals for sign-up series number 28. Inside of Stinger Unleashed, we have... Let's see who we have. Hold on. One Bad Ghoul Rhinomite 2008. Inside of Wildflower, we have hashtag DDM. Inside of Monster Mutt Dalmatian, we have the Cameron 9785. And inside of Calavera, we have Adam the Ultra Savage. And Calavera, this is only Calavera's second sign-up series, so Calavera has so far looked very dangerous in my sign-up series. So, who is going to the championship race of sign-up series number 28? It will be none other than Wildflower, as he will defeat One Bad Ghoul Rhinomite 2008 in Stinger Unleashed. He did so well, man. Same with the driver. But better luck next time in sign-up series number 29. But for Wildflower, she will move on to the championship race. And she will face none other than Calavera, who hits the wall first and gets a comeback win. So sorry to the Cameron 9785 in the Monster Mutt Dalmatian. You did so well, man. And same with the truck. Better luck next time in sign-up series number 29. But for Calavera, she will be moving on to the championship race. Alright, guys, and here's our championship race for sign-up series number 28. Inside of Wildflower, we have hashtag DDM. And inside of Calavera, we have Adam the Ultra Savage. And this is just Calavera's second sign-up series. So,
Who was that first person?
hashtag DDM.
Adam the Ultra Savage.
Adam the Ultra Savage is in Calavera.
Make him lose.
But, and the winner of sign-up series number 28 is going to be none other than hashtag DDM in Wildflower. You have won. Congratulations to you. I believe this is Wildflower's second or third win on my channel. But congratulations to you. He is going to go over there. So sorry to Adam the Ultra Savage in Calavera. You did so well. But better luck next time in sign-up series number 29. But for Wildflower, you have won. And I'll see you guys in sign-up series number 29 or the next video.